Right, hello everyone. It is a Sunday morning, and I feel like I've skipped a video. The truth is, I actually did do a video yesterday. Whoops. And then the video system failed. I think I had too many files on the computer. But just to quickly recap, I'm done with page 11. I've drawn page 12. I'm making good progress. My real problem right now is, well, let's go through. I'm on page 1, technical pen, and let's just go through and knock out some panel borders. Knocking out panel borders is always pretty therapeutic, right? Alright, let's move it along. And this page came together quickly. I don't know if it's too quickly. I don't know if it's too simplistic. Might have to be adding things like backgrounds in. But what's taking place in the action is treachery. Gallows is suddenly shot in the back, and we see that it's one of the zombie leaders, and some zombies showed up, putting Gallows in danger. However, now if I cover this part, you can see Gallows just kind of lying there dead, but I've just got the hint of an arm with a thumb down here, which means he's still up, he's still moving, which gives us a little bit of hope. And that's drama, right? We want to create this kind of story drama in even the most subtle ways, and just trust in our readers to kind of pick up on it. Things like hand position and body language and stuff like that. If you can draw that stuff, and once again, it's just a hint of an arm up and the thumb down. You have to come up with stuff like that because Gallows' mask does not allow for a lot of expression. I mean, a little bit. Alright, let's go back to the ink layer. Laid out some layers already. Like I said, I had a whole video, and then it crashed at the end, and I'm pretty sure it's because I was running too many I had too many like temporary folders, file folders on this drive. I have it set up to use like an external hard drive, which is also not the smartest, coolest thing to do. Let's see. We also see Gallows without his hat. And of course, without his hat, he still wears his superhero cowl, although it's ripped up in places now. There we go. Let me get the collar of his shirt. With the story being that because he's been living in Waste World for so long, he had to adapt. Same thing with Rabbit Fighter. And you'll notice, what did I do in the last page? Last panel, the last page. Not this one. Last panel, the other last page. Rabbit Fighter loses his costume as well, right? So we're coming back to that moment 2 years ago when they both came through the portals and ended up in Waste World. We're trying to get back to that era. They've lost their hats. They've lost their costumes, but they haven't lost their key elements. In fact, with Rabbit Fighter, it's important that he get his sword back, which he has not had for over 2 years. So that's going to be... I don't even know how many pages this is going to work out to be, because I got to sort of pull all this stuff off. So we'll see. There we go. Okay. We've got Gallows. We want to show that he's definitely getting shot. And, you know, both of these guys, they don't have superpowers, right? So my motion lines for a bullet are also very traditional to the Western. All right, but yeah, as I was saying, they well, they're both human. So it's going to look pretty shocking that he's getting shot here. But you can survive being shot. And of course you're going to need medical care, and there's none. There's none on Wasteworld. I got a nice compliment from... Who knows how sincere compliments are on Instagram, but it was from Mike Coneful from... he was kind of like a... He's associated with the Misfits. I think he's like... He was like a friend, or he's an artist, and he's a friend of like Michael Graves. And I'm friends with him on Instagram, and he said, oh, this is framed really nicely on this page, which I have to thank him for. It's not traditional to frame comics like that anymore. Mostly people do these big open panel in my opinion, they're kind of monstrosities. These wild open panel things that are, you know, kind of date back to the Image Comics era. And they go, that's the correct way to do it. Is to make every page basically a splash page. It is an incredibly popular way of doing things. Alright, now, how do we do the gun belt from the side? The gun belt covers the other belt. And then it's got the holster. And then it's got the... Cool thing about the gun belt is you have your ammo right there on the belt. I think he has both hands out, so both of his guns are holstered. Had his guns holstered and was shot in the back. It's like the ultimate Hollywood diss. And I probably should have like worked a lot of more of this stuff out in the pencils. Unfortunately, I did not. All right. So let me put this video up before I run out of space on my recorder. And I will see you next time. I know it's a short video, but we got a good start.